Hello, it's Rick from Dogtooth, and you are in my studio. And I thought I would do my Friday vlog on YouTube for the first time in quite some time. I actually used to do my what I called the Daily Dog on YouTube, but unfortunately, over time, no one watched it, so I came away from it. But now I'm just gonna start to put some back on it. So I've been doing most of my vlogs on Instagram because that's kind of where I live most of my creative promotional life is on Instagram. So if you want to follow me, it's just at Mr. Dogtooth on Instagram. So this is my studio. So I rattle around in here a little bit. I'm on my own, and thankfully I've got a pretty awesome space. I once ran a business from here. Now I'm kind of just sort of doing my own thing. So just a quick tour. So as you'll see, it is a beautiful sunny day in North Yorkshire. 25 degrees in the studio. It's likely to get up to 30 degrees today, which will be awesome. As you can see, I went from being a really neat and tidy graphic designer to being sort of a bit of a messy artist. So everything is everywhere at the moment. I mean, and I know that I do know some artists who would say this is actually tidy, but it's not tidy because look, this piece, these here, this is my flooring for here. I got this out at Christmas, so we're in June now. I got this sack and put it there. It has not moved in 6 months because I meant to do the flooring over the Christmas period and I never got round to it. So I've just ended up with a life like this at the moment. So this is the studio. As you can see, there's a couple of Stormtrooper helmets on there. That's kind of one of the things that I've got known for, is doing that. You can see there's an F1 engine cover there, a surfboard from Andrew Cotton, who's a big wave surfer. And yeah, little seating area with some other stuff. That piece there on the floor, the white thing, is actually a piece for Goodwood, but I don't think I'm going to get it done. Various skateboards that I sort of attempted to do. I really enjoyed the process of drawing on a skateboard, but unfortunately, the time that my artwork takes makes them very prohibitively expensive because it just takes forever to do. So this is my laminator. Here is my cutter, so that cuts vinyl, and then just there is the big printer. Drying rack, all that kind of stuff. So I do mainly graphical stuff, so stickers, prints, screen printing, hand-drawn illustration, anything like that really. So that's kind of, I've come from very much a graphics sort of side of things. So this is one of my screen prints, as you can see there. So that's just a 2-colour that I've done. I've done a bit of gold leafing over there. All these artworks are screen printed, and then a lot of them are hand finished, and by hand finishing I mean literally drawing on them, not just splashing stuff on, not saying anything. And then some of the bigger pieces, that's a fully hand-drawn piece. I think that was 30 hours. This one was 40 hours. A helmet typically takes 50 hours. The one that I've just done, which I can't show you because the client hasn't got it yet, I'll be revealing it next week. This one, let's just showed you a bit too much there. That one, probably over 50 hours actually, in the end. It is going to be, this is a travel case, which is actually going to be going on an aeroplane. I'm taking it down to London, but it will be going on an aeroplane. So I've bought a travel case for it and some wheels. I'm literally thinking of every possibility because I actually come from a business background before I started doing all this art, and solving the problem before you get to the problem is the best way to run a business. And as I say, the place is a complete mess, but I was very lucky this week to be fortunate to be asked along as a guest to the secret meet, which apparently is not actually that much of a secret because there was hundreds of people there. I've never seen so many F40s, Bugattis, Koenigsegg's, Zondas, Pagani Zondas. Yeah, there was just everything. And then a lot of classic Le Mans cars. Just honestly, as a celebration of cars, the automobile, yeah, I think it's quite hard to top, to be honest. I have been to Festival of Speed before. I've been to the Le Mans Classic. I've obviously been to the Formula One Grand Prix a couple of times. But yeah, this secret meet was pretty awesome. So thank you very much, Amy and team, for organising that. This week also, the Stormtrooper helmet that I was mentioning has just come back from being lacquered. I finished the artwork last week, and then I had it lacquered. So I picked that up yesterday morning and rebuilt it all. Totally enamoured by it. I feel like it's one of them things sometimes when you actually think as an artist, did I do that? Did someone else do it? So I definitely would purchase it myself. I like it. But it does feel a little bit sort of like ethereal, almost not, it wasn't me that created it, because it's actually that good. And then I was very lucky to go last week to go pick up that engine cover at TDF in Bedford, and have a look around their workshop as well, look at some of the F1 cars in there. So they had a Villeneuve Williams. They had a Jenson Button BAR with Lucky Strike and the 555 livery on it. They also had a Rubens Barrichello Benetton, and an Alfa Romeo, which was like a twin turbo V8, I think it was, a V6, I think it was. And then various other cars, and their own TDF1 as well was there. So really cool day. Then I went to Silverstone and met up with Renata and made sure that I was going to be doing this Stormtrooper helmet, which I've started, which if you look on my Instagram, which is at Mr. Dogtooth, then you will see the progress as I do this, just the little sections that I do. And then I went to the Designer Con, met a few artists and designers there, of which, let me see, I managed to purchase some of these stickers. So there we go, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Actually, that was actually one of my nicknames at school was Turtle. And the reason for that was my backpack and being short, so they called me Turtle. And then my dad got the name Turtle because of me, so then he actually adopted it. So that's Turtle. And then we have the AT-AT, Will Blood, and this is another Thumbs as well, which I love. Wu-Tang, another Will, another Thumbs. So I had a chat with quite a few people there about artwork, bought a couple of other things, bought a cool mug, and then I also met these guys as well. So yeah, that is my vlog. I hope that this little vlog, it has no benefit to you. So let me add this little bit to the end of it so that there's some value. So I've just been watching Chris Do on YouTube talking about personal branding. Now, I do have this issue myself as a business owner, artist. I'm a creative in general. I wear a lot of hats, and I don't really understand how to put that in a way that crosses all the borders, because in my email inbox I have very high power professional people. I also have people asking for really little simple easy stuff, and I've got a few local projects, so it's really hard to be the professional suited and booted businessman, the art connoisseur, who's talking to people who are collectors who may have millions of pounds. I don't wear a cravat very often. And then at the moment, I'm walking around in shorts and slip-on shoes. My normal attire is basically jeans and a t-shirt or a hoodie in winter. I don't try to be anyone apart from when I go to a meeting. I try to make myself look a little bit more presentable. But the question is, do we do that? Should we do that? Or should we just remain authentic to ourselves? Is there a selfishness about authenticity? So becoming, someone who you think you want to be, or should you change the way that you are to be able to communicate to the other people? Because at the end of the day, what we want is I know from my experience of life, a middle-aged man, I know that I can do a lot of stuff, but people don't really like to think. They want an expert in one thing. They don't like to think that people are really good at lots of things, which I am. So yeah, let's have a discussion on that in the comments below. Like and subscribe and all the YouTube stuff. Does that actually even work? I mean, I do occasionally like people when they say like and subscribe. I never subscribe unless it's really good content, and I will watch them like 2 or 3 times before I do subscribe, unless it's a mate, and I'll just do it because I want to help them. But yeah, from a content perspective, I would never subscribe to anyone until I knew that they were worth subscribing to. Whereas I would like their video if I thought they'd put some effort in. Now, you can see I actually haven't put a great deal of effort in. I've just been walking around my studio, and I'm not going to edit this because that's actually just the way that I think. If I have to edit it, it won't get done. So let me know your thoughts. On one is personal branding side of stuff, and how you show up, and then the other one is how you interact with the like and subscribe thing. This is the outside of my studio. Let me know in the comments below. Goodbye.